Here's an example of some problems on a worksheet for writing chemical formulas from names that you could also look at and see how we did. So barium sulfide. So I've got a metal barium and I have sulfur, so this is ionic. And so barium is a 2 positive and sulfur is a 2 negative. So if I'm giving 2 and taking 2, my chemical formula is BaS. Okay? Manganese iodide. In this case, it's manganese 3, so he has a 3 positive charge. Iodide is iodine, he's got a -1. So it takes 3 of the iodine. So it's MnI3. So if you dropped and switched, the 3 would come down behind the iodine, the 1 would come over here. Okay, ammonium hydrogen phosphate. Ammonium is on your periodic table as a polyatomic. It's NH4 +1. Okay, if you can see that, +1. And hydrogen phosphate is HPO4, and that's a 2 negative. And these are just coming from the periodic table. They're the polyatomics at the bottom. So if this is a 1 and this is a 2, it takes 2 of these NH4s. So NH4, 2, and then HPO4. Okay, so notice the NH4 and the HPO4, we don't look at these things down here to actually combine them. You just look at the charges. So he's a 1, he's a 2. It takes 2 of these, and then you just write the formulas back in. Okay, this next one here is an example of a covalent bond because you have 2 nonmetals. You have carbon and sulfur. So the nice thing about covalent is you just do what it tells you. Now, if you're in general chemistry, this is not on your quiz Monday on the 19th. Okay, you guys aren't doing this yet, but you will after break. So we do what it says. So carbon, there's only one of them. And disulfide means 2 S's. Okay, so this is molecular. It's when something's been covalently bonded because there are 2 nonmetals. Carbon's a nonmetal and sulfur's a nonmetal. Next one, okay, lead 2 sulfite. So lead is a 2 positive. Sulfate is SO4 2 negative. So I'm giving 2, I'm taking 2. It's PbSO4. Because there was 2 given, 2 taken, you just write everything back in. This next one is magnesium carbonate. So it contains a metal, so it's ionic. Magnesium's a 2 positive. Carbonate's a polyatomic. He's CO3 2 negative. Give 2, take 2. They're balanced out, so it's MgCO3. Okay. Potassium, that's a metal. He's a +1. Permanganate. It's not an element because it's not ending in "ide", so he's a polyatomic. At the bottom of your periodic table, you'll notice that MnO4 -1's permanganate. So just look at the charges to combine. +1, -1, KMnO4. Okay? We're going to skip this one because this is not one that you would typically name this way. There's another set of naming rules. We're going to go here to bismuth 3 bromide. Bismuth is a metal, so he's going to be a 3 positive. Bromide is bromine, who's a -1. So give 3, taking 1, it's going to take Bi and then 3 of the BRs. Okay. Number 10, you notice that you've got nitrogen, you have sulfur, so 2 nonmetals. This once again is a covalent bond. So the nice thing about covalent is you just do what it tells you. So tetranitrogen. That means there's 4 nitrogen. Tetrasulfide. That means there's 4 sulfur. Okay. These 10 are a nice little mix here of some polyatomics, some binary ionics, and a couple of the covalent. So this is a nice thing to look at. If you want to continue and try to do the rest of this worksheet, you can take a picture of it and then try to do them and see how it works for you. Send me a message and I'll let you know. All right?